the ancient human dream of leaving something permanent behind. Perhaps everyone has, at least a few times in their life, felt the pull toward it. The goal of writing a book, the image of becoming an author, the quiet fantasy of one day publishing something that will outlast you. Most people carry this dream for years, sometimes for decades. Most never begin. And the reason for that gap between the dream and the first word written reveals something genuinely interesting about how we understand what a book actually is. Even though the internet has already surpassed books in scale, in reach, and in practical influence on how people think and what they know, we still treat the book as something categorically different. Something sacred. Something that can immortalize, that can transform the person who writes it into a sage. A figure of permanent significance. Someone whose name survives the way Socrates or Epictetus or Plato survived. The irony, of course, is that Socrates wrote nothing. Epictetus wrote nothing. What we have of them are the notes taken by students, dialogues reconstructed from memory, records of conversations that the authors themselves may never have considered definitive. Antiquity was largely an oral tradition. The great thinkers of the ancient world did not think in books. They thought in conversation, in the living exchange of ideas between present people. We became people of the book later, and that shift reshaped how we understand what it means to leave something behind. That reshaping is why the dream of writing a book is so often not really a dream about writing. It is a dream about permanence, about the magnum opus, the work of a lifetime, the single text that captures everything you are and everything you have understood, the thing that proves you were here and that your presence mattered. That dream is beautiful, and it is also, in its specific form, one of the most effective ways of ensuring that nothing gets written at all. Because no one can begin work on the masterpiece of their lifetime. The pressure is too complete, the stakes too total, the distance between the blank page and the imagined finished monument too vast to cross. The dream prevents the practice. The reality of how great books actually come into existence is almost perfectly opposite to the myth. Most authors who produce literary masterpieces wrote every day. Not because they were inspired, not because they were certain what they were making would endure, but because writing was their job and their way of life. Flaubert spent 5 years writing Madame Bovary, revising individual sentences dozens of times, writing letters complaining that he had produced 3 sentences in a week, and they were all terrible. Kafka wrote in the hours after his day job, often burning what he produced. Graham Greene committed himself to 500 words every morning before anything else, only within enormous volumes of practice. Thousands of pages of work that was imperfect, exploratory, and frequently abandoned. Did something refined and genuinely powerful emerge? And often, by the way, not even with the era in which the author lived. Melville's Moby Dick was considered a commercial and critical failure when it was published. Kafka published almost nothing in his lifetime and asked his friend to burn the manuscripts after his death. The magnum opus that resonates with an era often does so from a different era entirely. So what does this mean practically? It means the goal of writing a great book is not the problem. The goal of writing a great book before you have written 1,000 imperfect pages is the problem. The shift that actually enables writing is from the product to the process, from the imagined finished monument to the daily practice of discovering what you actually think, what genuinely interests you, what you have to say that has not been said in exactly the way you would say it. Read others, not to imitate, but to find your domain, to understand what has been done before you, to locate the conversation you are actually trying to join. Write every day, not for a masterpiece, but for practice, to refine your capacity, to develop your voice, to learn through accumulation what no amount of planning in advance could teach you. And one more thing worth saying clearly. Creativity is not limited to writing, and the book is not the only form in which ideas can live permanently. YouTube, podcasts, long-form online writing, video essays, these are not lesser alternatives to the book. They are the oral tradition of our time, the living exchange of ideas in the formats that contemporary people actually inhabit. It is entirely possible that the form in which your potential is most fully realized is not the one you imagined as a child. The dream of the book is worth honoring. The attachment to the book as the only legitimate form of leaving something behind is worth examining carefully. Thank you for watching all the way through. I really appreciate you being here. Let me know what you think about the ideas in this video, and feel free to share your own perspective or advice in the comments. I genuinely like to read it. If you enjoyed this kind of content, please like the video and subscribe. My hope is to build not just a channel, but a community where people explore meaningful ideas, exchange thoughts, and grow together. See you in the next videos. Bye.